Trump is set to return to a New York City courtroom this morning as his hush money criminal trial resumes. Here's a live look outside the courthouse right now, where Judge Juan Merchan could also decide as early as today whether the former president violated the gag order. Further, after recently fining him $9,000 along with holding him in contempt, former White House advisor Hope Hicks wrapping up her testimony on Friday, telling the court she does not believe Michael Cohen made the alleged hush money payments on his own, saying that would be out of character for him. Hicks also testified that then President Trump was concerned in 2018 about his wife Melania Trump learning about the affair allegations when they surfaced. Let's bring in federal defense attorney Ronald Chapman. Ronald, good morning.
Good morning.
So Hope Hicks, the most well-known name to take the stand so far, she came in with a team of lawyers on Friday. Which side do you believe her testimony benefited here?
Absolutely Donald Trump's side. I've heard some people say that this is a mic drop moment for the prosecution. I'm not buying it. Honestly, Hope Hicks was not there on the stand to testify against her former boss. She was under subpoena. She provided factual testimony based on what she observed. But one very interesting moment happened when she was asked to testify about a phone call that she'd previously spoke to the grand jury about. She testified directly that she did not have actual knowledge while she was on the witness stand of that phone call, which was a bit of a loss for the prosecution because they really wanted to explore that testimony. Because she wasn't able to make that link with the phone call, her testimony was very helpful. And then we also have the introduction for the very first time of the Melania defense, which is going to be an interesting thread for the defense to pull on.
So reports from the courtroom, Hope Hicks did not make any eye contact with her former boss. She broke down in tears on the witness stand. Do you think she was more empathetic to the jury? How do you think they reacted to that?
Yes. From what I understand, her breaking down crying actually happened while she was on cross-examination. She held up well. In fact, when she was showed an email where she was telling Donald Trump to deny some of the allegations, she smirked a bit when she was on the stand with the prosecution. But that emotional outpouring during cross-examination signals that she really did not want to be up there testifying against Donald Trump. And that display of emotion may be very helpful for Donald Trump when the jury observes it.
Yeah, the defense reiterating there was no need for her to take the stand in the first place. I thought that was interesting as well. The judge threatened the former president with jail time for future gag order violations. We have to talk about this. What are you expecting with this next decision, which may come as soon as today?
I think we're not at the level of jail time yet. Obviously, this next decision is coming right on the heels of the prior decision. There hasn't really been enough time for Donald Trump to absorb the consequences of the prior decision. That being said, we've seen a bit of restraint by Donald Trump on the campaign trail, suggesting that the threat of jail time was somewhat effective. And he's now really only taking shots at the judge as opposed to some of the witnesses in the case. You know, that being said, it's really going to be hard to justify Michael Cohen getting on TikTok and laying out all of his beliefs about the case while Donald Trump is still under a gag order and threatened with jail time.
And Trump has said that repeatedly. The prosecution is banking a lot on Michael Cohen, like you just mentioned. The thing is, Ronald, you know this better than I do. He's not a credible witness. So how do you see that shaking out once he does take the witness stand?
Well, here's the problem. Michael Cohen, not by choice, is the prosecution's star witness. He is the person they need to call and get information out of. The fact that he's going on TikTok and trying to actually make money out of his live feeds on TikTok suggests that he's really doing what he always wanted to do. Be on TV, be behind the camera, make money while doing it, and be Donald Trump's enemy number one after everything that happened to him. That's going to make easy fodder for cross-examination. And he's not the kind of eloquent person that's going to be able to parry those sorts of attacks on cross-examination. It's not going to go well for Michael Cohen and consequently the prosecution.
Yeah, Hope Hicks alluded to the same thing. Ronald Chapman, thank you so much for your time this morning, sir.